Productive paranoia. Let your what ifs build a better world. From anxiety to action, your built in coach. The future belongs to those who are prepared for it. A warm morning to all. I want to talk about a feeling. A feeling I think we all know. That knot in your stomach. That voice in your head which whispers, what if? What if I'm not good enough? What if I mess up? What if people don't like me? For most of my life, I thought this voice was my biggest weakness. Because my what if had a name, a title, and it was everywhere I looked. My name is Aariyen. But in this school, for a long time, I wasn't Aariyen. I was the managing director's son, Dr. Shivkumar's son. Imagine every grade you get, everything you do, feeling like it's a reflection on your family's name. That weight is exhausting. And don't you think it's too much on an 8-year old? Phase 1 of my story can be known as escape and exile. The pressure got so big that after 5th grade, I was sent to boarding school. I thought, this is it. Finally, I can be just Aariyen. No shadow, no expectations. And for a little while, it was freedom. But there it was, a new set of what ifs. What if I can't make friends? What if I say something weird? I was so paranoid about fitting in that I started to change. I said yes when I meant no. I laughed at jokes which I didn't think were funny. I was so busy trying to be that person who they wanted me to be that I almost forgot who I was. I even had to reject my first crush. You can connect with me, right? Phase 2 of my story can be known as the turning point, the football field lab. My inner experiments had begun, but the real spark ignited. In ninth grade, I came back. I was brought back to this school, back to the shadow, filled with expectations. But by now, I was different. I was tired of my mind being in a prison of what ifs. I decided if my mind is always going to run these scenarios, then I would use my energy elsewhere, where it is actually useful. The football field. On the pitch, your mind has to run a million what ifs a second. What if I lose the ball? What if the defender closes me down? Before, these questions would have frozen me. But on the pitch, you have no time to freeze. You have to convert the question into action. So I practiced. I practiced mindfully and deliberately. For example, a paranoid thought. What if I miss the pass? I practiced my first touch for hours until it was perfect. I learned how to read my teammates' body language before they even moved. What if I'm not strong enough? I did strength training and I learned how to use my body position, not just muscle. That voice was still there, but as my strategic advisor and not as my enemy. That field became into my very own lab. Every what if became a drill. Every fear became a skill to master. It was giving me data, not delivering verdicts. Phase 3 of my life can be known as productive paranoia, which I'm currently living in. I thought, why not bring that football mindset off the pitch? And so I did. And it helped me with complicated stuff like teachers. Some teachers actually acknowledged me as Aariyen, and their support felt genuine. But others, theirs felt different, like a microscope. If I got a good grade, a whisper, was it because of his father? My paranoid radar would just buzz. But by now, I know how to use it. I would ask my advisor, what is this trying to teach me? It taught me to see the difference in between someone who sees the position and someone who sees the person. And that's when I made a promise to myself that I'll only be seeing the person in others. And it helped me with simple stuff like when my friends decided to bunk class, my brain ran these scenarios. I analyzed the consequences. I treated it like a game situation, and I asked my advisor. Then I acted. I said, "No, I'm going back to class." It was clean, confident, and moreover, it was my choice. Let's talk about the first round of TED, which I didn't do as I expected. I froze for a second and asked myself, what if I mess up? What if I fumble in the next round? I didn't let this stop me. I used this as a push factor for me to prove, to excel, and to show to people that I have it in me and I can do it. That's what I call productive paranoia. It's not about being scared, it's about being prepared. It's recycling that what if energy into fuel for life. To sum it all up, I would say it's high time that you recognize that voice of your built in coach. And so here I am. I'm still Aariyen. I still feel the pressure. I still have that weight. I'm not fighting my mind anymore. I'm coaching it. And before I finish, to every adult present in this room, to every grown up who thinks they know what's best for us, we hear you. We take your suggestions. We listen to you. We follow the paths you lay out for us. But in all that following, you tend to forget that we have a mind of our own, a mind which doubts, a mind filled with questions, a mind which whispers, what if I'm not good enough, even when everyone says we are? And to every kid present here, to everyone who feels that what if spiral, that knot in your stomach, I want you to know one thing. It's okay. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to doubt yourself. It's okay to feel lost. And it's definitely okay. Mine feels like a maze sometimes. We all go through these cycles. We all fall into pits of our own making. But my point is, we don't have to stay there. We can't wait for someone else to pull us out. Because no two pits are the same. No two minds work alike. What works for me in the football field may not work for you in the art room, the science lab, or even when you're taking a stroll down the hallway. But one thing which we have in common is that voice of your built in coach. That anxious voice isn't trying to break us, it's trying to build us. You just have to learn how to listen to it, train with it, and let it prepare you. So don't be afraid of your what ifs. Don't ignore them. And don't let anyone tell you to just stop overthinking. Instead, face them and coach them. Turn your doubts into drills. Turn your fear into focus. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be someone who everyone expects you to be. You just have to be you. And you have to believe that you, yes, you, have everything you need inside to rise in your own way, at your own pace. Every what if is a doorway into the unknown, a tiny spark of imagination trying to show us something which we haven't seen yet. Yes, our minds can spiral into fear, into uncertainty, into endless loops of possibilities which may never come true. But remember this, same thing which creates your anxiety fuels your innovation, creativity, compassion, and hope. Your self doubts can either build you or kill you. What choice do you all want to make? So I'm here to tell you to listen to it, train with it, and let it prepare you, not just to face the world, but to win your own game. Your anxiety isn't a glitch, it is your built in coach. And finally, it's me, Aariyen, and I'm proud to be known as Aariyen Shivkumar. Thank you.